Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Siska Lorenza. I'm from English Department of Kuningan University in the course of micro teaching. So right now I will share you about body language and movement when teaching in the class. Body language is a movement that a person experiences without being consciously carried out and without any lines. The movement actually doesn't want to be given or done, but the movement can't be controlled and released by itself. There are several movements that we can know the meaning of, which can seen from the eyes, hands or arms, raising or lowering the eyebrows, the position of the head, and keeping in the upright position. Body language is also used in teaching. In teaching, body language must be considered for all who like to speak in public. Body language itself has the function of the teacher to increase an effectiveness in speaking when it is done properly and in portions. Teaching is a verbal and non-verbal communication that is carried out simultaneously. There are several types of body language that must be understood and carried out by the teacher in the class. The first one is movement and gestures. There is a special formula that is easy to remember, namely NODS, neutral, open, definite, and strong. First, a teacher must start in a neutral position with the perfect posture like hands at the sides. This will make the teacher always open and naturally ready to make gestures when speaking using certain sentences or definite to make the sentences stronger in means strong. The second one is facial expressions. A teacher can practice precise and charming facial expressions in front of the mirror while saying words and blending them with hand movements or other gestures. The third one is sounds. Voice is the most flexible communication tool a teacher can use. By using the right vocal expression, you can find true voice. The fourth one is regulate breathing. Stay relaxed. If you run into an error or something you are nervous about, the trick is through simply take a deep breath and exhale slowly. This keeps the voice awake and not nervous in conveying the material. Regulating breathing can also keep the pace of speaking. The fifth one is eye contact. Make eye contact regularly and evenly to all students at that time. This is very necessary so that students feel attached and have the desires to listen and follow a series of further events. When the students ask something, look at him in the eye and answer it for more convincing honesty and credibility when answering. And the sixth one is movement. Take control of your body and don't stay still at one point. Do a few movements, such as walking around the class and approaching the student to display at the same time. However, the movement given should not be too excessive because it will make students a little uncomfortable and lazy to pay attention. The seventh one is understand facial expressions. In teaching, the face is very important. When communicating, the most important things to pay attention is the face. Therefore, communication must regulate facial or mimics as well as possible, in accordance with the topic of discussion and existing conditions. And the eighth one is always evaluate yourself. The last one is self-evaluation. Evaluating yourself before teaching is very important because evaluation is a form of repetition of what has been done in the form of an improvement. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.